the THQ starting grid here in heat number 2. There you see Ricky Carmichael, Lusk, Villeman, Roncada, Byrne, Voss, Clark, Huffman, Schnell, and Brock Sellers. Rounding out page 2, it's Pierre Paget and Mickael Pichon coming over from France, and McCormick, Lytle, Bonds, Morgan, Porter, Dudek, Barrett, and Dave Castillo. Well, if heat number 2 lives up to the excitement we saw in heat number 1, this should be fantastic. There is two-time defending champion Ricky Carmichael set to go. He's on a bit of a winning streak, David, as we mentioned. How does Ricky handle this heat race?
Try to get to start. He's right next to Lusk. And those guys are starting on the right side. You know, Ricky's just going to try to win this thing, get a good start, and get out away from all the trouble. All the hot shots are pretty much electing to start on the right and turn right. Villeman, just like Chad Reed did in the hit before, is starting over on the left. He's going to try to beat all the privateers and have clear sailing on the left side.
There's Francis Stefan Roncada on board the Suzuki, number 21.
Team Suzuki is just all France. You got Mickael Pichon, Sebastian Tortelli, and Roncada. Roncada and Pichon both in this heat.
30 boarded sideways, and we are racing as they split courses. On the left-hand side, we have a rider that's going all the way across. That was 916. Pichon showing the boys how it's done. On the right-hand side, as they come together in the Anaheim crush. Unbelievable.
Brock Sellers jumps into the lead now. It looked like Pichon had it. He gets blocked past to shuffle back another position. Villeman didn't come out too bad over on the side by himself.
Pichon trying to get back what he thinks is rightfully his. A great battle going right there. Pierre Paget also out there, a French rider who got a great start. Came all the way across his line and just dove in.
Well, Pierre Paget is actually a friend of David Villeman, who's over here helping out quite a bit. Carmichael, just behind these guys, tastes the triple. And he's strong enough to deal with that. He got pinched off right away, but you can see he's already up to third. So in traffic, Carmichael's so impressive. Now Sellers way out in front, but then behind that you've got two Frenchmen. Pierre Paget, Mickael Pichon has just decided to take a break from his season over in Europe before the GPs actually start. Number 904 right there. He should go into second here. He does. He triples past Pierre Paget.
So Sellers is your leader. Paget and Pichon fighting now in second and third. Ricky Carmichael now coming into view, sitting in fourth on board his Honda. And look at him making that pass. Get ready to.
Well, this would be interesting. A lot of people wanted to see the matchup between Pichon, who won the World Championship in the same dominant fashion that Carmichael, who makes the pass on Paget, won over here in the States. So this is the real showdown that everybody was really curious to see. 904 versus 4. Oh, Ricky almost goes down and still makes the pass. They don't even look at each other, okay? That's poise. They don't care about each other. And they're splitting. This is great.
Oh, boy. Get ready, folks. The Anaheim crush could be on. Ricky makes the turn. Pichon makes the turn as they come in there. And who's going to have the advantage? Looks like Carmichael gets the job done.
Well, now Pichon gets to... He doesn't just have to read about this in Cycle News or watch this on ESPN. He's got a great view of Carmichael right now. He can learn a little bit. This is just fun for him. No pressure. He doesn't have to worry about points, the series, the championship. These are fun races, resets.
When we return to Anaheim, California, we'll have the conclusion of heat number 2 in the 250 class, plus the Thor Rider Profile. Stay with us on ESPN. Welcome back to Anaheim, California, stop number 5 as heat number 2 is underway. Meanwhile, great battle going on here. Yamaha versus Honda, Carmichael versus Sellers. And look at Ricky. Decides to back off a little bit and then gets the job done.
Yeah, Sellers was like, oh no. He just went wide. He could feel the pressure and was like, okay, I know who that is.
You know, and I think that shows the education of Ricky Carmichael. I think maybe a year ago or even a few weeks ago, he would have forced that issue, backed off just a little bit, and then made the pass, made it safely, no problem.
Well, Sellers made a nice recovery in the whoops because he was going sideways, gets bucked right there, and Ricky just got a better run and just jammed all of his weight onto that bike on the takeoff so he wouldn't go as high. and then just had the inside sort of force Sellards wide. And Brock will still be happy, I would imagine, if he can hang on and transfer directly to the main. He's got both Pichon and Roncada lined up behind him.
Well, as we look at Ricky Carmichael, maybe the pound-for-pound best Supercross racer in the world, we've got a three-way battle taking place. 18 is Sellards, Pichon, Roncada, all in there. Ricky Carmichael all but checked out, has now about a 30-yard lead over second place, which is Sellards. Pichon, though, is coming hard, number 904. With just 3 laps to go, David, the French riders look serious.
Well, you know, Roncada's been over here. He's been riding Supercross. And Pichon just shows up on vacation and goes out in practice, sets a pretty quick time, and he's out here beating Roncada, who's part of the Team Suzuki deal. And a little bit of an ego slap, you know, to have a guy just come over here for the heck of it and ride well. But he's probably riding without pressure and a little bit more relaxed than the other guys. If you've ever had to get up in front of a bunch of people and make a speech, you know how you can flub it up a little bit and get a little more nervous. And, you know, he's not riding with that kind of pressure.
Well, it was 10 years ago that Pichon won his very first 125cc Supercross race in San Diego. He looks surprisingly strong. Here it goes again. Yeah, I love how he gets behind him and just dances around and looks for an open line, just picking his line. Whatever Sellards does, he'll do the opposite. White flag is out for number 4. That's RC Ricky Carmichael on board the Honda.
And he just went 57.9. So
unbelievable.
Fastest lap yet. This is the real battle behind Ricky's fast laps. Look at that. Pichon is so good on that hard pack slick stuff. Great throttle control. Very technical. So he picked a good track to enter the series with.
Parrot Paget in there trying to force the issue just a little bit.
See
Villeman, yeah, back on track. That's good to see.
Yeah, he was walking away. He was holding everything. It's hard to tell what was hurt, if anything. And so he's going to ride the track a little bit, check out some lines. We'll see him again in the semi. This
Brock
is where
Sellards.
I expect Pichon to make up some time. But Sellards is just so strong, such a bulldog. That bike dances around a little bit like we've seen Carmichael do, but he doesn't lose any ground.
Well, Ricky Carmichael bringing it across, getting the checkered flag. So Carmichael wins heat number 2.
What a ride by Sellards to hang on to second.
So Brock Sellards with a tremendous ride. Villeman goes into the semis. That's somewhat of a surprise. But Ricky Carmichael picks up yet another win, and I think for Ricky, this is all part of the plan. Get the heat win and let the momentum and the confidence carry him into the main.
Well, T and Chad Reed setting the pace, winning their heats. Villeman's been to the semi before. He did it at San Diego last year. He came back and won the main. He did it at the first round in Geneva. Went to the semi, came back and won the main. He needs to get fired up and mad, and I'll bet you he is now.
As we take a look at our Suzuki Heat 2 official results, remember, the top 4 go to the main event. It's Ricky Carmichael, Brock Sellards, Mickael Pichon, and Stefan Roncada. Right now, let's send it down to Davey.
Ricky, I'll bet you're glad that you weren't in that first heat race.
I'm glad I wasn't, Davey. I tell you, man, those guys are just out there playing with each other, and they're not racing, you know what I mean? And, you know, I had mixed emotions on that first heat race, but, you know, I'm out there trying to do my own thing and just trying to take care of myself.
I noticed on the option that you went to the right every single time. In fact, even past the guy there.
Yeah, I did. I think that the right-hand side is a little better tonight, and that's probably what I'm going to be doing all in the main event. I feel really good through there, and I think it's a little bit shorter. It's going to be interesting, but, man, I need a better start in the main event.
All right, good job. We'll see if you can make it 3 in a row tonight.
Thanks a lot, Davey.